All right, how's it going, everyone? So this is part 5 of creating a stylized character. Let's look at where the concept is right now compared to what the character is. So we're still in the beginning stages. Everything is kind of at 30% except for maybe the face. Face is at like 60 to 70. Don't have to do too much to it. A lot of it's going to be painterly work that I have to do to it, and just more structural things like making the head a little bit smaller and everything. For today's stream, we're probably just going to focus up at the top and maybe bridge a little bit towards the pants area, just because I kind of want to set those in stone for right now. Okay, make sure my voice is coming through. And if we look at like my little workflow guide, we're still at about 2, maybe 2.5. So like we're beginning the refinement and look dev stage, where everything's kind of coming together, but they still have some areas that are going to be a little bit more refined than others. But I like to generally take this approach just because it allows me to slow down and to really focus on the individual parts. So maybe I'll just go through and add some thickness to it first, and we'll just start by that. I could also replace the chains in here to something a little bit more like the concept. Sorry, I keep forgetting my buttons for how to go through this program. And I do want to break these off and kind of put those in the middle so I can make them symmetrical and make them nice and clean. All right, so that's basically what we're going to be doing today. Let's get situated real quick. And where's my pen? I know I need to be careful since I have this as double-sided right now. So just when I'm like adding thickness to it, sometimes it can act a little bit funky. Let me take all these shoulder pad accessories off. I can just focus on the main part of her. I still don't have like quite an idea of what the shirt to arm section looks like. For right now, I'm just going to clean up some of these shapes, just kind of make it more like the concept. I like to use, sorry, not Z Retop, Z Modeler for my extruding, but you will need to flip the normals because usually they go on the inside. Yeah, you wouldn't know it unless you start to smooth it. add thickness, and then I'll thicken up the edges by hand. And see, this is what I'm talking about. It looks perfectly fine, but I'm using the inflate tool, so it should make this bigger, but it's making it smaller, and that's because of this being inside out. So if I turn off double, it just shows that it's not all what it seems. So I just need to flip it, and then it's perfectly fine. Now I can go through and inflate it a little bit more. But you also can do the new tool that's in here as well, and I forgot about it just that quickly. What is it? Is it Dynamesh? Dynamic subdivision now has a thickness modifier on it, so you can inflate it there, and it should work perfectly fine. Right now, I'm just debating on if this is going to cause a problem. It probably will. But let me look at the back of my stylized piece to see if it really matters. Probably doesn't. And then I'm going to have like actual geo on top of this, so I probably won't even worry about it. Creased edges so I can keep my shape while in subdivision mode. And we're gonna soften up those edges anyway later on, but at least want to add the thickness to it. Just because I want to keep the point back here, I'll crease just this edge. That looks awkward, but I can just... Since I have everything kind of creased out, I can also use one of the modifiers in deformation, which is polish by features. Yeah, so that kind of smooths everything out. I do want to taper this in more. I didn't realize I made it that thick using the inflate tool. Oh no, I didn't think that was going to do that though. Probably going to crease this area up here just so I can keep the shape, but when I go through and start to play around with how sharp those edges are, I'll see if they still stick or if they still look disgusting. This one. well, you don't normally need to worry about if they're overlapping too much. I at least like to make it feel like it's realistic, unless it comes at the cost of making my character look worse. That's another subdivision here. Thickness. Let's try out the dynamic thickness this time around. I'm gonna turn down the smooth divisions down to 0 because I just want to play around with the thickness. And I think if you play around with the offset, you can pick which direction it goes into. Usually the way I make my models, I'm already planning for... Okay, let me think about how the right way to say this. So see how I have this? I kind of already pictured this as an outward shell, and I just want to add thickness to the inside. That's what I was trying to say. And some people are different. Some people are planning for it to be the inside shell. They want it to be super thin, and then they can add thickness to kind of add more to it. So like if I was doing maybe like a puffy jacket or something like that, maybe I'll have that as the inner layer, and then it's like, okay, I want it to be bulging. I'll make it a little bit bigger. And then since I have this kind of where I want it, I'm just gonna apply it. That's the one thing with dynamic subdivisions, you have to apply it in order to get those angles that you want. And I'm going to crease the poly groups so I can keep that nice edge flow. And I just hit the D button, which is the dynamic subdivision button, but because I have all the thickness and stuff on, it's messing it up. So let me just turn that off. Turn my smooth modifier back on. Can we see? And let me fix this neck issue. I think last time we were doing this, I extended the neck. Yeah, okay. I extended the neck because it's so long in the concept, and I messed up the head somehow. I didn't realize I had this in symmetry. The hair didn't show it. And I haven't fully decided how I was going to go about making a shirt, like I said before, but if I wanted to, I could, you know, split this down the middle, turn off symmetry, and then pull it over so at least fakes that ruffle that she has in the front of her shirt. I'm not worried about that right now, though. I kind of want to just get thickness to certain objects. So since I got that done, oh, I need to flip it. Forgot about that. Target ones do not match them. now I'm just going to play around with the shape a little bit more, just because I see that it kind of has like this dip and then it goes to this nice curved shape. So I forgot to do that, so I'll be right back. Forgot about that. Another thing I can do for this is that's a lot of polygons I won't see ever, so I could cap off these areas. So say delete hidden and then close holes. All of this is located in the modify topology tab. So I don't know if delete hidden is here. Oh yeah, it is. Delete hidden and close holes. And let me just color this back where it was, just so I don't see any stupid errors. And I'm still going to crease polygroups on here, if it lets me. Oh, clicking uncrease polygroups. So now when I press that, perfectly fine. Delete this. crease back here. You know what? I actually kind of wanted to do a little bit of a hang off, so I'm going to keep this. Sorry to flip flop, but that's the creation process. Leave that there. And since I know that I'm going to have like a giant seam here, I'm not too worried about this part coming off as sharp. I just want to make sure I have the basic shape there, so when I go back over it, it's going to look nice and clean for me. Let me just go through the body real quick and take away the legs. Also, if you're looking for the Z Retop brush, is not a brush. I made it. It is just the Z Modeler brush, but with certain features on it. That way I don't have to keep clicking on it. Clicking through the tabs and the menus. There's like a number of ways I could do this one section of the shoes, right? I could go about attaching it what for what, and then it'll be one continuous shape. But since they have like this lip there that kind of closes up on the top of the shoe, I'm just going to use that to my advantage. So I can create two different meshes, and I can adjust this whenever I want to without adjusting this. Or maybe later I will add those changes to it. Flip it. Okay, I still got morph targets on it for some reason.
Function of this total galaxy. The real deep down you is the whole universe. And it's doing your living organism and all its behavior. It's expressing it as a singer sings a song.
All those areas off. And then I'm going to run that deformation tool one more time. And increase the top of this. I'll do it. Shapes back out. I worry about more of these S curves a little bit later. Especially since I didn't want to focus on that too much today. This, pull out a little bit more. Smooth out this area. And I'll probably just cap this area off. Just so when I smooth it, it's not going to go away. And I'll do the same for this area as well. And because I was mentioning that kind of belt loop that's around the leg, I'm going to grab that area using the Z modeler. I can do Q mesh, I believe, then poly loop, grab it, and then if you press Control, it separates off into its own shell. So I'm just going to do that. Then hide everything else, and then split it. So now this is its own thing. I'm gonna just do a quick fill color on it. Fill color is just in color, or fill object. Let me turn off the hands for right now. I actually want to make the arms a tad bit bigger. Just a tad bit longer, maybe. About right there. I know that the arms are supposed to go down to like the mid thigh. Let me just correct this real quick. And I'm doing this mainly for personal reasons. It's not like you're ever going to see this part of the arm, but you never know. Turn off my cloak area. Still need to figure out what this is exactly supposed to be. Let me look at the concept one time. I just don't understand it. Cause like it could be part of the exact same piece, but then it's like, well, how does that make any sense? And I was supposed to do research last week and I just didn't. I will duplicate this at least. I'm gonna Z remesh it because I want to kind of get rid of the some of the geo that's there. Let's do same. It's not exactly better. Okay. Turn off adaptive. Let's do half. Okay, that's still terrible, but it's better. And trying to remember how I can do this. I'm just gonna add a line here, delete this poly loop, right? Now that I got that stuff deleted, let me make sure that I don't have this on deleted anymore, just because I've had problems. Polygroup this, which is just Control W, so I can mask that area off. And then I'm gonna add another loop here. Can I straighten that loop? Transpose, grab this loop one more time, and then just straighten it out. That way I can just do a little bit of a push to kind of fake that shape I want it. And that's good for right now. You could keep this all as one geo and just make the overlap area, which is perfectly fine. I probably will do that. That's the reason why I kind of separated it all. But I need to figure out the underlining shirt area before I do anything like that. And let's just take the damn standard brush. And just fake some of these folds. Bring that up, but then also just delete the lower half again. Yeah, and this area has so much more shape than I'm actually giving it. So let me just transpose all this, bring it up and out maybe. That'll be okay for right now. this down just a tad. All right. And now that we kind of have the basic stuff that I wanted to do today done, let's switch over to the arm pads. I'm gonna duplicate these off first because I want to leave them there. That way I can tell where I kind of have them positioned. I only need one of these. So just delete. What's going on, Mr. Graham? How to do all the things. All right. So now that we kind of have this in a rough position, right? Let me see if I can place that better. So because this side is messed up compared to this side, I'm going to mirror and weld so I can kind of get them nice and symmetrical, and then I'm gonna go through and make it look all nice and pretty. Ooh, that sucks. You know what? Let me just clone this into his own project that way. Quick save first before I do that. I just realized that Nightbot timer never went off. Did I save that? And that really sucks about it keeps crashing. I haven't used it all that much, so I don't even know. Like, I'm so used to Sculptress, which was the free version before ZBrush Core, I guess. How I should go about doing this. I could just sculpt it all the way through, but I do know for stylized things, while that works, it could be better. You know what? Let me just get the rough shapes in and then. If I find any other alternatives to that program, I'll let you know. I know Blender has sculpting features in it, but I haven't used them too much. I think only time, like, maybe my boss was showing me something about it and I tested it out. tell how this shape is done in 2D. Okay, there it is. How's work going for you today? Don't know what that word means, but I know what errors mean. I'm definitely used to those at this point. Huh. Yeah, I get a lot of those too. It's the first time I've heard that. Okay. Why you just didn't tell me that? Think about it. Edit. Controls. Submit. There you go. If you see Notbot spamming you every 5 minutes, it's just because I'm testing something out. And I will reset it after I make sure it works. Not that. How did your Among Us night go? Nice. Fix the shape. It's not as curvy as I want it to be, so let's buckle it out a little bit more. Bring the eye and stuff back in. That's cool. Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing another one of these challenge sculpts today. So I might stream later on tonight and work on it, but most likely I'll be super silent. And I really hope you can figure out what's going on with Core. that reminds me, I gotta pay for the whatchamacallit version. Pay for a license. I don't have it right now. I have the this every 6 months, which is like $180. Which hopefully I should be able to write that off as work expense. Should brought that up. Let me just see how this looks in a different material. Maybe where's metal? So dark. Silver, maybe? I just need something shiny to look at. Press the wrong button. Just use reckless black glass, so hidden and hopefully close holes work. No, it did not. Okay. At least it told me what I needed to. Let me just bring this back in here. Duplicate this real quick and just want to test it along the shoulder. It's just not as groovy as I would like it to be. Like this little section for where the arm should go, possibly. Maybe just flatten out the entire area. That's the one thing when you're trying to translate 2D into 3D. Some liberties that you can take in 2D aren't very applicable in 3D. So you gotta find that happy medium. Okay, hold on. Let me read that again. Here's a challenge y'all could do. It's someone doing a recreate a collection of primroses all bounced together, and you have this bolt from that something. Okay, yeah, I understand that. So we're all working from the exact same jumbled up mesh, and then whatever you create from it. That would be a good challenge. Definitely had to slow down for a second just to read that though. Maybe not this week, but maybe the next week I can actively do that. So let me put that in my list of things to do. Because I can always just put a thing up for everybody. I'm actually not going to be too much longer on stream today. Oh, look, it worked. Even though that felt a lot longer than 5 minutes. That was a lot longer than 5 minutes. Okay. But I want to do some whatchamacallit today, some speed sculpts, not speed sculpts, sorry. I want to grab some of my speed sculpts I created and that I recorded and do the whole process of speeding those up and making them look nice, so I can post those ups on the archive and on the Discord. Oh yeah, man. Oh, that was funny. If you want to watch something incredibly stupid and you have free time, my friend, what's it? Oleg posted up our very first run through of Baldur's Gate 3, and there's a lot of funny moments in there. It's even funnier because me and him are playing evil characters, and Kat, our other friend, she's playing a good character, and we're just constantly messing over her. We had some bugs, but none that took the fun out of it. Honestly, we were just kind of looking for a game to kind of chill in, and we knew we wanted to do like a D&D campaign together, so this was kind of like the happy medium. Which reminds me, I'm probably gonna clip that one moment and post it up on our Discord, because that was freaking hilarious. And it's made even funnier because we had two different POVs, so he was stuck in a conversation while all the stuff was happening in the background. So it sounds like two people freaking out. I should have just streamed that. I think I'm gonna retop parts of this mesh, like the canopy and then the eyeball, and then for these I might make a a brush to kind of make those shapes for me. me see if I have any on me right now that I can use. Push this back in the middle. Home. Mirror and weld again. Okay, now is it? Making alphas, yes. ZBrush brushes, not so much. At least not the one I'm talking about. So the one I'm talking about is kind of like this, where it's actual geo and like it repeats and makes a rope. So I can make something that kind of looks like this, and then I can go through the settings and change how I want it to taper off. Things like that. And we will be making use of alphas eventually. As of right now, not so much. So now that I know that works, change it from 5 minutes to every 15 minutes. Okay, so the only problem right now though is that I don't remember where half of this crap is. It's here. I might have been using the hairbrush though. Nope. Yeah. It's amazing how disorganized I am outside of work. So that one might work. Let me go into my stroke modifiers, change the fall off, reverse it. Yeah, this is something I might need to save for next time. But at least thing I can do is retop these. And I forgot how to retop all of a sudden. So delete this. Clone this again. Have a quick save before I go to it. Then I'm going to pin the Z-sphere, which if you turn on the topology mode, allows you to make your own topology. Another thing I could do is retop this entire thing, break off those sections as individual pieces, and then kind of curve them out from there. Why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Okay, there we go. Let me just delete this inner circle. Casually move this stuff down. This node connect. Just crashed. My God. For this, I don't really care how it lines up right now. I just kind of want the shape. Okay, now that that's kind of done, I can make an adaptive skim. I turn this down to 0, turn that down to 1, preview it, which just makes what I just did, make it, and pin that back in here. Doesn't really matter right now. I'm mirror and weld. Turn off local symmetry because sometimes that messes things up. And I worry about all the thickness stuff later when I have everything kind of there and done. broken it is sometimes. Yay. These two things down. And let me at least bring these into the base file. That way, when I come back next time, I can finish this stuff off. Okay. So that we didn't get to do as much stuff as I wanted to do today, but like I said before, like I want to do some things outside of this so I can, you know, give more back. So just besides this one character, I want to have some like realistic stuff up there, as well as some more quicker tutorials rather than this long form walkthrough. So we're gonna end this stream for this character. Maybe later on tonight I'm gonna have another stream just so we can do a speed challenge thing. So it's gonna be less about a complete character and more about just making something look good for the Instagram picture. Yeah, we'll see depending on what time I get done with all the other things, or if the video editing software takes forever. But it was good talking to you, and I hope to see you at the next one.